So first of all,
Yeah.
thank you again for taking
Thank
your
you very
time.
much for coming. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. First, I have a small introduction, so I want to get to know you a bit.
Yeah.
What did you do in your past? How did you get to the, for example, Buddhism to the life you live right now? So, yeah. So my first question would be: in which tradition are you oriented, and in which center or monastery are you teaching or living?
At the moment,
Yes.
this is very interesting question because I'm living now in Zurich mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have close to here some monastic center. I live with some university student at the moment here in Zurich. But I am interconnected with some other centers in Switzerland. Some group of meditators living in Bellinzona. They invited me to come and teach Buddhism and help them to just follow the meditation and so on this. So I came to Bellinzona. Then we got contact with some group here in Zurich, and now from our Theravada tradition we have in Geneva one group, Basel one group, Bellinzona itself we have this group, and St. Gallen. But mostly I live here in Zurich, going around with this group for activities. That is simply at the moment my life.
That's really great. I think that's very interesting. You get to see a lot of different things, and yeah, was there like a one moment where you said, "Yeah, this is what I want to live"? I've heard about that you went to a school in a monastery back in Sri Lanka,
Yes.
and or how was this for you? And yeah,
You mean how I started the system?
yes,
It was a Sri Lankan tradition. In Asia, the children can become a monk. In my country also, Sri Lanka. I born in southern Sri Lanka. When I was very young, I used to go to the nearby temples. There are many children monks. So I wanted to be like them. Just passion, no? I didn't have any idea what is Buddhism, what is the teaching. Just only I fascinated with these children monks and just went to temple time to time. Then I asked my family, I also like to be a monk like this. I think it was like 8-9 years old. But my father did not like that I go and start as a monk life. My mother was okay because the temple is very nearby. You can come anytime, go anytime. It is not a big issue also. So that's happened. So I went. Then the second time also I asked my father. He didn't approve. Third time, okay, no problem. Then I went to. I had my childhood also was little bit. My family also was not so comfortable with father and mother. I could see. This also maybe gave me some influence to attract to the temple. Maybe I don't know when I reflect that time. I think so maybe. So all those situations I tend to go to temple and start with the monks, stay with them. It was like when I was 10 years old.
10 years.
Very young.
Wow.
No any idea about Buddhism.
Yeah.
Just passion.
So you don't have a family background with monks or monasteries. It's just you.
No. My family background, nobody is a Buddhist monk or somebody. But only the situation, what could I see, gave me influence.
Yeah.
No any background, family background related.
It's really, really cool. And then your education, how was it, and what did you exactly study in there?
I was like the normal Sri Lanka children. I start to study my primary education, regular school system. Then when I moved to the temple, when I was 10 years old nearly. In Sri Lanka, we have a monastic education centers, specifically for monks and the children who want to be a monk. So I used to go there. It's I call Mathura city. So I used to go there when I was 10 years old, and nearly 6 years I studied with this secondary education system in the monk education colleges school. There were only monk and boys, no girls was there. Then the education subject was almost, we had mathematics, science, physical education, all those things, but I can remember the subject was mostly focused. Big part they gave for the language education, like Pali, Sanskrit. That means you can read the oldest texts of Buddhism later on, and the Buddhist to learn Buddhism, and how to say, you memorize things, learn by heart. I had to learn by heart many things, like these books. Every day morning I learn some part, learn by heart in front of my teacher. I have to repeat it in memory. So that was our tradition, because Theravada tradition, they used to bring the teaching by heart, keeping on memory. So the same system still they try to symbolically run, I would say. Not too much memorize, but still I had to memorize like books few years every day. Yeah, that was my education for till I get 15, 16 years old.
It's really cool. And was there like one teacher specific, also in Buddhism, that taught you a lot of things, or did you mostly learn it with all the old books?
Yeah, I would say this monk education colleges we call Pirivana. There are some few teachers already. For example, my center, we was nearly all children, maybe 30 children, monks and children, mostly monks. So there were many teachers there, mostly monk teachers, who gave the teaching on language, Pali, early Theravada Buddhist language, Sanskrit, Mahayana Buddhist, and early other traditional Buddhist language. So you can read the scriptures later on, you get the language good. Then but physical education, then mathematics, all those things we get to know with the normal lay teachers. So it was quite a good system. Not only one teacher, but always I went to, at the end of the teaching process, 6 hours, I go my temple back, then I stay with my teacher. Then I have to also memorize the teaching and do my practices, go to worship in Buddha's shrine room together, evening, morning, all those things I did there, my daily things, other than going to the monk education system. Yes.
So you committed to this path pretty young during the process. Did you have any inner or conflicts from the outside that came to you, or difficulties
to do this?
Yeah,
at the beginning it was a little bit difficult, because I remembered I have to go to home, because there is a new situation, no? But when my father or mother come at home, I felt temple, then I felt I want to go home. Then, but our teacher, I think our teacher make influence to my family not to visit me many often. So I don't get influence and courage to go to home and ask again and again. So actually I didn't got too much questions. I want to go back at home, and so I like the way it was at the temple, because there were other children monks also, so we could have to play together, have a cricket match also together. All those was normal. So it was, and I had 2, 3. I can remember I had two. How to say this? Cow at the
Oh
temple.
wow.
So when I was very young, then I go with this cow all the village. I have to, sometimes they go alone later. I have to go and check them where are they are, bring them back to temple in the evening. So I can remember one time I went out to search for these cows. They were very secluded home. I went to check them. There was a grave,
Yeah.
some dead person's grave. No, I saw inside this very black. Oh, I got pregnant. Came back. This was like 11 years old. I was.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's get back to now. Do you think there are any misconceptions that you feel in your daily life, for example, around here about your religion, about your culture?
I did not finalize my this education. This all the questions about education, no, about my mancourt. I will finalize it first,
Yeah.
and because after this 16 years old, I had to go to the again for higher monk education college we call Buddha-Bhavana. Then we studied there also Buddhism, Sanskrit, Pali, more deeper, little bit high standard level. Then you get past, and I could go to the university called Monk University to study more analytically, more profoundly, philosophy, Western philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, different parts. So I got actually a very more analytic knowledge, all those things with these systems. Now I would go to this question. What was your question exactly?
I will repeat it 1 second. So now in your daily life, do you feel any misconceptions about Buddhist monks or about your culture that you're living?
Misconceptions, concepts you mean, of my living system or in our culture?
I think any misconceptions from the society around here. Live now in here in Switzerland. It's a very different culture. Do you think that the society here doesn't understand something or understand something wrong, or
that meaning Buddhist concept misunderstandingly used in people?
Yeah.
I would say it like this. In Buddhism, there are many cultures. Culturally based, it became different roles, or it start to function in different way because of different culture. For example, Sri Lankan people got it according to their culture. They developed their own culture with Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhists, they also, Mongolian Buddhist or Indian Buddhist, everybody, they have their own cultural based religious system. So I would rather define it as a misconception. Cultural differences there are many beliefs also inside Buddhism, and there are many different ritual practices also inside Buddhism. So there are many different way of believing system, practicing system, but I will not say that they are wrong. In Buddhist view, if as long as it is not harming to the people, harming to the one's own life also, beliefs and all those things are not so big issue. It's okay. So in Buddhism also actually we have a lot of beliefs. Beliefs are beliefs. I don't want to label they are wrong or right. As long as they are not harming to society, not harming to the person itself for their growth of life, to happiness, then it is okay.
So, did your understanding about Buddhism change over the year? That you, for example, one of those books, did you got a different view of it, or
Yeah, this is really interesting idea. I always reflect myself what happened with my understanding Buddhism. I check that my mind change nearly every 2 3 years. The, I mean, we everybody have some belief system, some concepts about what you are believing.
It's okay.
I reflect myself. I could see that my mind changed, that my basic, base grounded belief system changed time to time.
Find a small white
So
box.
now, at the
I
moment,
couldn't find it.
at the
Oh,
beginning,
it's
I
back
was
now?
really like a
I
follower,
was just
like a
checking in
faithful
case something
follower
is
for
open and
Buddhism.
I couldn't find it.
I can remember once I had some issues at home with my father, mother. Then I went to the Buddha shrine room. In front of Buddha, I start to worship and say, Buddha, oh please free from my family from all those problems. When I came home, next day also again problems. Then I thought, oh, if I say to the Buddha, the problems can happen. So I should not say to the Buddha. So like this, okay. So I changed the mind also like this.
so? If you would talk right now to your 10-year-old self, is there anything you would tell him, or you would like to tell him?
To my own
Yeah.
self. The way it happened, my past, I accept actually. I accept, but I understand that the monk education system in Sri Lanka, they did not got. We got good foods and all those things, but about health issues, we are not much concerned, I feel. How you handle your health. It was, I will recommend for myself, if I could have to give some advice that time, be careful with your health a little bit more and all those things. And also, I would rather live as my own way of thinking, not because of suppressing religious purpose, cultural purpose, or family purpose. I would not suppress any kid for anything.
Yeah.
Kids should live their own way, live with enough simple guidance. Ja.
Gekochte Wasser, oder? Ja. Ciao, ciao.
So yeah, now your daily life. So how would you describe like an average day for you?
At the moment,
Yeah.
my daily life, I'm living happily actually. I'm contented with my life. If I could change something, you mean, no?
No, what are you doing in your everyday life, or do you have a structure when you do something? Do you have like daily rituals,
Okay, like that.
meditation?
This is nice questions. When I was young, I used to stay with the structured system in the monasteries. Now I am not much concerned with the structured system. Chanting and all those, not much. I am not much interested. But I do time to time when I feel I like when I do. I have different meditation techniques. I use them time to time, as according to how I feel. But for my focus is most powerfully, I use mindfulness. For mindfulness, I don't need to specific way of sitting, chanting, walking, being together. I would say I know that technique. I use it when I need, anytime. For any emotions, problems, any situations, I can use the mindfulness technique very nicely. I use it.
Yeah. This mindfulness technique, can you tell me a bit more about it? What is it exactly that you...
This is nice questions. Simply mindfulness meaning you bring your full attention to your body, focused, and you stay with your body feeling. You feel your body and you stay with your body feeling as a practitioner. When you start with this body feeling, understanding, and staying with your body, after being practice this exercise more and more, it's a new habit actually. It will become established. This established mindfulness in one's life, it's like a weapon you can use anytime.
Do you think there are any situations where this can specific help us or help in your daily life, for example?
For me, whatever heavy situation, when I get some stressfulness, when I get some uneasiness in my mind, when I get some influences from other people for up and down of my life situations, when I get some worries also, thinking of past or future, I quickly remind this mindfulness technique. I quickly apply it automatically, so you fully calm down, fully relaxed, and it's so powerful technique.
And are there like steps how we can learn it or start to learn it? Is there
Yeah.
like a guideline or?
My very simple guideline is to use, for example, 2 days ago we had a big retreat, weekend retreat, 7 hours meditation for the people in the forest nearby Zurich. We had a Hong forest. In the Fadiheim we booked and we came together 12 people. We had a structured schedule for 7 hours. Like this is helpful for your question. 10:30 we start, 1 hour sitting meditation, 45 minutes walking meditation, again 45 minutes sitting meditation, lunch 45 minutes, again 45 minutes walking, sitting, like this 7 hours. Very intensive practice to mindfulness. What you do, sitting, you bring your full attention to your breath. You observe your breath, how it functions. Without, very important, this concept, without judging your any emotions, any thoughts which come on the way, you don't try to judge good or bad. You don't try to influence in good or bad way. You don't try to change it good or bad way. You just accept, observe it, and follow your breath. This is the sitting meditation basic instructions what we do. Then the walking, this is the most powerful for me. I would really recommend for the people who like to use mindfulness. What we use, 45 minutes, take nearly 30 meters, 25 steps, flat place to walk here and there. Then you mindfully, slowly, silently walk, looking down, not too down, but your attention is where. This is the most important point. Your attention is under the feet, or the feeling of sole of your feet. You always try to keep attention there. When the mind go back, bring back and start to feel this feeling. The mind naturally go out. Most powerful is you bring it back and restart. Restart is the most important thing, but without any regret. We get upset when the mind go out. Anytime when we do meditation, this upset mind is not good. Patiently bring back, restart your technique. When you do this little times, this exercise will bring you the established mindfulness moment.
So you practice it with a lot of routine, because the experience I have with meditation, for example, I always think that I should not think, and then I think about a lot of things, and then I get upset with myself. Oh, you should be meditating. get some energy, and at the end I'm like stressed. No, it was great, wasn't great, and everything.
Yeah, that was
That's-
thinking that wanted to express. This regret mind is not good for your meditation,
Yeah.
because that is our nature of very nature of our mind. It always go out. So patiently bring it back and restart. But most important thing is mindfulness is not thinking. When you mindful practice, you cannot think, because your mind is fully with the feeling. For example, if you bring your hands like this, if you pay attention to your feeling of your hands, so your attention is fully on your hand feeling, palms feeling.
Yeah.
You cannot think and feel happen together, cannot happen. Either you have to feel it, either you have to think. So when you do mindfulness practice, you are out of thinking. If you are thinking, you are out of mindfulness practice.
Nicht Stadt Zürich, weiß ich nicht, ob das, aber ich habe immer Zeit, Wochenende zum Messen, was ich oder jeden Abend, wenn ich irgendwo eine Zeit habe, mache ich diese voll.
We were pretty fast.
Yeah.
Große Problem, ich habe keine Raum zum Aufhängen. Raum, Aufhängen, keine.
So, is this also a technique that can help with anger or fear? If you're in a difficult situation?
Mindfulness, established mindfulness can help you for any kind of emotional situation. Very well established mindfulness can help you to handle any kind of emotional situations. At the beginning, when you start some emotional stressfulness, you will not be able to completely understand and handle it. But if you have very good practice mindfulness, it really brings help. But I would say like this, sometimes I also don't practice some sort of period, some weeks I don't practice the mindfulness technique. So this power of mindfulness technique slowly go down in my system. When I get sometimes some unhealthy emotional situations, this kind of time, then to come back to track, take a little bit time for me too. Yeah.
Ja, het is zo, het gaat van de wijn,
Ja.
een soort van de wijn.
Ja.
Und jetzt kommt jemand vorbei, ein Weinhändler,
Ja.
sie hocken gerade noch, also ist dann nicht Sitzsache, der kommt uns ein Wein abkaufen, wir trinken keine Rotwein.
Ja. Weil es bringt nicht mal zu, dass
Wir
es
trinken höchstens so Weißwein
Ja.
und Prosecco, Rotwein. Wegen Tannin, wegen der Säure.
Ja.
Aber wie es wird noch
Aber
mehr.
noch mehr.
Ja,
So.
nicht alle, nicht alle. Schade nicht.
So, I have one word I need to translate. I have no idea what's it called in English.
Nein, die hat jetzt die andere, weil es hat 2 Schuhe und andere sind
Ja, zwei Schuhe, verschiedene Dinge.
Ja.
So, what role does a vow,
Wow.
and
Gläube,
yeah, Gelübde, yeah,
Gelübde.
yeah.
I didn't got this idea still. Can you explain different way?
Yeah, what role do they play in our modern society, these vows and those ethic values?
Ethical values. You mean this mindfulness technique or some the way of my life?
Yeah, the second one. Some,
Yeah. For this now general if we get so rich, the life of people, I would say I'm doing many different meditation programs. For example, this center also I am meditating this yoga nation. So when we do, when we connect with people, I see that they are a little bit fully packed,
Yeah.
little bit not much easy life.
Jetzt, wo noch geschrankt
So they don't know how to people maybe automatically get stressed with all life situations. For all these questions, daily life problems, unhealthy people, interconnected connections, family problems, for all those things, this mindfulness is really powerful tool for me. I would really recommend for people to use the mindfulness. That is we call heart of Buddhism. Mindfulness is.
So you mostly use mindfulness as a technique.
Yeah.
So it's a seating meditation and also walking. And do you also, for example, use visualization in certain situations, or is
Yeah. Visualization is not working in mindfulness technique. Mindfulness simply bringing your full attention to your body.
Yeah.
Then you stay with body feeling.
Yeah.
Then you grow up some specific understanding or the exercise with your body feeling. This understanding take little bit time. It is like a learning language. You have to give more space for your brain to make this happen. So brain get little slowly get used to this specific technique. They call it as a hidden intelligence in human beings. To come up this hidden intelligence, you have to give little time, more and more, to make it used to your brain system. When it established, it's another way of life, I would say.
Ich weiß, wenn wir am Mais kommen.
Ja,
Am
aber
meisten.
euch, was ist
Ja, ja.
Ja, ja.
Also was war das ist Joni.
Ja, das hat er
And also you asked the question, I didn't complete it, I feel the question. Sitting meditation, walking meditation and daily activities, you can use mindfulness. So for mindfulness, you no need a specific posture, specific sitting, specific time. For example, people in this restaurant, when they are preparing their foods, they can be fully pay attention to that moment, your way of cooking, not thinking past, future problems. This is beautiful mindfulness.
Yeah.
If you eat, you can just feel this eating feeling without judging. This is beautiful way of mindfulness. If you are, for example, if you are sitting silently, if you are thinking a lot, you are not mindful. Silence is not mindful. Silently you feel your body feeling. Whatever feeling you can detect, you stay with that feeling without judging. I have to express this again. Without judging the feelings or thoughts, you are mindfully practicing.
I think it's really impressive. I didn't really heard of this technique. And if I think to my daily life, I'm always thinking. I think I don't have like 5 minutes, maybe when I'm brushing my teeth in the evening and I'm really tired, but I think I'm always thinking about something here, work, here the next project I have to do, here this is tomorrow, all these appointments and this and this and this. So
Yeah, this is really nice.
I think it's really great, and I need to try this
Now,
because
I would say my practitioners who come, practice mindfulness 1 minute.
yeah.
That is my, I would say, slogan. Practice 1 minute. You no need to take a specific time, a specific posture, a specific place. Morning when you wake up preparing tea, pay full attention to your preparing tea, focus completely, feel it completely, do it. Or when you are having tea, brushing your teeth, feel this moment, stay with that completely with your system. Or when you are in bathtub, feel your water going through. You cannot feel all the 15 minutes if you are in bathtub. Take 1 minute, exactly. Use it. 1 minute can develop very nice habit. This habit can one time establish powerful mindfulness.
So in this society we have, I think, a lot of pressure to consume things.
Yeah.
If it's too much on my phone,
Yeah.
if it's to eat unhealthy, this can also help with it if you can feel your
Powerfully you can use.
Yeah.
I also use my phone, no?
yeah.
I also feel sometimes I am using too much. then I feel when I know this feeling when I used to watch some 15 minutes 30 minutes up and go scroll in my phone, I feel stressed a little bit. Then I got to know this is too much for my system. So I feel my body release my stress situations. I quickly come to this established mindfulness way of living. It is another mode actually, I would say. This quickly cool down your whole system. You are fully repressed, I would say. You are fully repressed when you mindful. But the problem is to establish it. You have to have little rituals to do it every day,
Yeah.
at least 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what in Buddhism, what role does your body, the breath, and your posture play? You already told during mindfulness there is no correct or right form to practice it, but in the rest, is there anything that's or what role does it play?
Yeah. For the beginners, if you want to quickly take this powerful technique to use nicely, I would recommend to use the walking meditation.
Yeah.
You walk mindfully, silently, slowly. Take some specific, as we discussed before,
Yeah.
specific 30,
25 meters.
and you go here and there. Your soul is your feeling, is your attention always. This is the best technique to establish it. And when you sit and do meditation, you observe your breath completely without judging. There are two meditation techniques actually: mindfulness meditation and concentration meditation. All other meditations are concentration meditations. You are reciting some specific mantra again and again, you concentrate your mind. You are visualizing some things and do meditation on visualization, like loving kindness meditation, also concentration meditation. We are doing meditation on qualities of Buddha, qualities of Deva, God, also concentration meditation. But most powerful is mindfulness way of meditation.
So I have here another question. It's a bit another topic, but what role do your clothes play in your?
This is
For
nice.
example.
Nice question. In early Buddhism and my understanding of Buddhism, any kind of grasping, attaching anything is a problem for unhappiness. You can attach for your anything what you see, hear, feel, and all those things. You can attach for your cultural, religious rituals or clothes or any kind of things. You can attach for your social, cultural belief system or norms.
Yeah.
You can attach for whatever thing you attach, that's the place to start suffering. So in Buddhist, my understanding, Buddhist point of view, whenever you attach, you are start suffering. So it is cultural way of using the clothes. Clothes does not make big issue, but it's a simple culture. But if I attach to this cloth system, if somebody start to criticize, then I get unhappy. Oh, this person is criticizing the Buddhism and so on. So you get problem. If you attach to the Buddha, somebody start to criticize, you get upset. You are suffering. So in Buddhist point of view, the way of normal living is perfectly okay. This is my way of living, no? Which I used to. So I use it.
Yeah.
It's not. It does not make a big problem for me. It should not make a big problem for you. If it is problem, change it. Do nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice. So what advice do you have for us, because we want more and more and more and more? I think it's a bit back to the topic with the pressure to consume and want even more. Is there any advice, or do you go back to the mindfulness technique to use it when you feel in those situations that someone or the society is pressuring you to get more? For example, get a higher job, get more
Yeah.
money, get a bigger house.
Yeah, this tendency for human beings to survive is really, it is natural way of inherited system for human beings to survive. So in Buddhism, don't say it is bad or it is so or so. The problem is when you get mentally unhealthy, mentally unbalanced or suppressed, and this is the problem. How we can handle it, that is the issue, no? For example, now I am talking with you and relax here. If I quickly remind something that's happened bad past to my life, I quickly start suffering on this spot. This generate not necessary, no? This happens unnecessarily.
Yeah.
This we have to be eliminated or handled correctly. For this thing we use mindfulness. For other all things, making your jobs, doing your families, all these are, it is necessary for going on the society. Important in Buddhism, understand the balance, not go to any extremes. Buddhism don't encourage to go any kind of extremes. Living way of extremes, you can say that this is little bit extremes, no? Way of living as a monk. You are not normal life, you are having extreme path. But if somebody like it, it is not extreme. Like this. But if it giving you suppress, your life is not comfortable, you don't feel happy, nice way of living, then it is a problem. It is extremes. So Buddhism always encouraged for any people, any life way of systems, find the middle way, find the middle way of life. For example, using this phone, there are a lot of advantages. If you don't know it, then you can use your limit and you go to extremes, then the problems happens. Everywhere, life situation, in the city life, in the forest life, wherever you are, if you go to extremes, if you are not in the middle path, you are out of normal way.
But what advice would you give me to get a healthy relationship with this pressure, with the money, with ownership of a lot of goods? Or
my understanding, to have any relationships, to have anything of money or anything of goods what around you, being rich is not a problem for the living happily or unhappily. Happiness or unhappiness, so a good way of life based on your way of thinking, way of understanding. So as much as you have attached to the anything, mental attachment makes suffering. If you are not mentally attached heavily, then there is no big suffering actually. So living comfortably, nicely, it's always encouraged in Buddhism. Work hard, earn money, live comfortably, but keep in attention, if you attach anything unwantedly, extremely, it will collapse your life in one time. So being aware where I am attached with is really help you to back to normalcy. For me, when I get upset sometimes, I am checking my mind always where I am attached now. Then I can catch on, I am attached here, this person, this background, these things. So you release your unhealthiness, uneasiness, you back to normalcy.
So, and what would you tell people that are going through difficult situations? If it's their family, or if it's work, or anything else?
Yeah, how I can give for me, it's always come back to know the same thing for my mind. When I am attached some problems, when I am heavily attached for families, then the problems happens, I stuck there. I have myself experienced when I was 20s like this. I had some attachments, then I got stuck there, then I get upset. For people, naturally it will go out when you give the times, but it will very quickly go out, this kind of heavy situations. You observe yourself where I have attached it mentally. If you can release this attachment mentally, deliberately, I would say, this is the most powerful practice in Buddhism. Unattaching thought practice, unattaching situation practice. It don't happen automatically if you don't think this, and if you don't like to use it, and if you don't try a little bit to use it. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I have just one last question. Is there anything else that you want to give me on the way? Any more advice or?
Regarding, for the best advice is try mindfulness and use it, and if you can establish it nicely in your system, it helps perfectly. So good again.
That's great. Yeah, I definitely need to try it. I think it's really helpful, and
you can come one time with us. But one time is not enough. We start anyway, no?
Yeah.
Starting is always good.
Do you have like a location where you offer those?
Yeah, for example, here we do. Here yoga lessons. But we do here yoga lessons once a month.
Yeah.
But 2 times for a month we do another place called Vartau.
Yeah.
On the way of tram number 13 at the end of. And also we do time to time complete day programs, like 2-day program, like last weekend I did.
2 days.
In the weekend, complete weekend, 7 hours intensive practices to establish mindfulness, like these things.
What was the longest that you meditated that way, or practiced?
Myself, I have practiced. I was in the forest centers long time also. So like these things actually.
Yeah.
As like these retreats, I have done 10-15 days like this.
Oh, wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah. For meditators who like to establish mindfulness, I would recommend at least 7 days intensive practice. If you don't find the courses, systems, just use this simple technique daily time.
Yeah.
Walking meditation is the most powerful for me.
Yeah.
Feeling your soul underneath of your feet and walking.
And feeling the connection to the ground.
No, not connection to the ground. Just feeling. When you touch your feet, you can feel it, touching feeling. This feeling you have to feel.
So it's less about the connection and more about the feeling of your...
Completely feeling. You don't think.
Yeah.
Thinking does not happen.
Yeah, of course.
You have to just feel it. For example, you can just bring your hand like this. Try to pay attention to your fully here palms of you. Feel it, not think, but feel the palm. If you pay more and more attention, you can feel slowly different feeling arises all around. Simple feelings. Very simple, tiny feelings start to come up. When the attention is more strong, the feeling comes more and more strongly arise. Then this feeling, understanding this feeling and being with this feeling is powerful mindfulness. The same thing you have to do with your feet when you walk. For me, walking silently, slowly, mindfully about feelings of your feet is the powerful mindfulness technique for use daily life for the people.
It's very interesting. You start to feel your fingers. and
Yeah,
it's-
exactly. This is
Wow.
mindfulness.
Yeah.
This is mindful, not thinking,
Yeah,
just feeling. Mm.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much. It's been a pleasure for me.
Thank you very much for coming. It is nice. It was nice actually. Yeah.